Night, dropping 50 points against the Miami Heat.
And Young became the fourth youngest NBA player to get to 50. Only Devin Booker, LeBron, and Brandon Jennings got to 50 in a game at a younger age. Perhaps the most impressive part of Trey's performance. Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
And here's Young from the arc. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. Pass to Huerter. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Known for being a scorer, Huerter is good at staying active and then looking to capitalize inside.
And Young, here we go. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Basket by Steven. Who's the best young catalyst in the game? Some people will say Doncic. Some will say Trae Young, and some might even say Ja Morant.
In transition, here comes Miami. Here's Hunter. Wants to get to Collins and does.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Yeah, way to play and attack both and get to the line.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Here's Morant. And finished over by Morant.
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Young with no one around. Off target from outside. Outside Collins. Here's Morant. And the layup's good off the glass. Morant's got 6 points.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
A nice shot by Young.
Ridiculous handles there. How effective is he at creating opportunities?
Hunter. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Young, right side. And the shot goes down. He's got 9.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
And you're just asking to get burned when you give Morant a lane, using that speed to his advantage.
To the paint. Morant with the steal. In the corner, it's Hunter. A 3-ball. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Outside, Markkanen. Young up top. He's got 9. Out left to the wing. 3 on the clock. Kicks it out to Markkanen. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They Know that in the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
For Philadelphia.
Miami leading by 3. Morant drives in. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Hold on.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The Heat making a switch here.
And coming out of high school, Ja Morant said he was a no-star recruit. One reason he may have been overlooked was his small-town upbringing, growing up in Dalzell, South Carolina.
Here's Mann. Another miss by Philadelphia. And here's Porter. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And even though he played on an AAU team with Zion Williamson, you know, scouts, Greg, were looking right past Ja Morant.
And didn't get a lot of offers at first. After 2 years at Murray State, he joined Steph Curry and Damian Lillard as another star point guard out of a mid-major program. And to this day, he carries that underdog chip on his shoulders.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Off by Bryant.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man, and he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got his second basket of the game.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Bryant with it. Now Covington defending. Picked by Williams. Lets it go with the 3. And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for Miami. Leading by 5. And again, it's Michael Porter. Porter's got 6 points.
And Porter's height and length around the basket is going to help him create opportunities to score.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Out to Morant. Nailed from three-point land. 14 points for him.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Here's Mann. That shot misses. And it's Miami the other way. Down low. And stolen by Williams. Covington with the steal.
Kind of a ticky-tack foul there, but you have to be aware that's how the refs are going to blow the whistle tonight.
In the lineup for your Heat.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Morant with a wide-open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. The Heat lead by 11.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. You know who that was.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Heat lead by...
Get ready for the Dirt Squad!
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
Another part of the game tonight where they've been effective is to get points in the paint.
Pass to Herter. 5 on the clock. It's Morant in the corner. The Heat need to get a shot off. Herter, no good. The 76ers trailed by 11. Morant comes with the double team. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Shots good from Young. And your experience, Brent, in the front office, has it changed how you view the game in any way?
I think, Kevin, it's a great question, and I'll actually take it beyond the game and talk about the NBA as a product. I think there's so much more respect that I have, the levels to which organizations go to and through in order to put on an NBA season, from what they do in promotions and ticket sales to the lengths they go to provide the players the best opportunity to maximize their potential. So from top to bottom, sort of being behind the curtain in that way, it's allowed me to see some things on some levels that I appreciate so much more, and I'm so thankful for that opportunity.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And Porter, here we go. Can't get it to fall.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Back to Young. To the inside. And he dunks it down.
Trae Young continuing to read and scan the floor, and that time finds an open teammate.
And finished off by Oubre.
And good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Second chance shot. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Outside, Porter. And that one is off. And Philadelphia the other way now. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul.
First team foul.
That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution for your Heat.
The 76ers trailed by 10. Young outside. Into the lane. And that one drops. Young's got 14.
Great to watch Trae Young set plays up on a nightly basis.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Young outside. The shot, no good. Good D by Covington. Miami leading by 10. Oladipo taking his time here. It's stolen by Milton. Young outside. To the middle. Deflects the pass. In transition, here comes Miami. Oladipo's running. Porter inside. That's tipped. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. We have seen today's athletes taking stands for social justice.
Second team
Star
foul.
Bradley Beal says, we understand there will be a backlash, but we don't care about that. I'm a human being, a citizen, just like everybody else. I have family and friends still living in those environments. I'm their voice. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you very much. Oladipo misses.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Heat leading by 8. Up top, Porter. Oubre, no one around him. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul.
Second personal foul.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
Team foul.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job with the box out.
Got there early, and his anticipation of that play was rewarded by that call.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Adams. It's Morant with the drive. And then Morant slams it in.
Hard trying to contain Morant. When he makes up his mind he's going to score, he goes full force.
Lets the three fly. The Heat with a fresh 14.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
And here's Young from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Young's got 21.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole. One player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter.
And if you're wondering if Ja Morant lacks for confidence, well, look no further than his point god moniker. This kid is fearless, and he's hungry, and he plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder. And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
The 76ers.
There's 1:40 left in the first half. And Craig, you talk about the fearlessness for Morant, reminiscent of Allen Iverson. Boy, he throws his body all around.
I mean, get knocked down, get right back up. At the same time, at 6'3", he can add strength to that frame. I know that's the goal of his as he looks to absorb contact and dish out a little of his own.
Oladipo outside. And finished off by Oladipo.
How about that? Recovering Victor Oladipo up to the rim. Good sign.
And it's Bryant in the corner. It's stolen by Adams. Oladipo with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul.
Growing up in a military family, John Collins moved around a lot as a kid, Brent, getting to experience different parts of the world.
Yeah, interesting upbringing. Born in Utah, moved to Guam, lived in Turkey, was in the U.S. Virgin Islands. That's a lot of life experience for any kid growing up, let alone a guy who's trying to find his way in competitive basketball. And John Collins, maybe playing soccer on all those military bases has helped out that footwork a little bit, Kevin.
And so Bryant will bring it up for Philadelphia. Their next game is in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Here's Korkmaz. The 76ers again can't hit it. Here's Morant. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Second personal
nice
foul.
job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, the 2020 Rookie of the Year, Ja Morant, went to a mid-major, overlooked out of high school. Ja exploded that sophomore season and went from a relative unknown to 2nd overall pick in the draft. An incredible underdog story.
And he goes right over Thomas Bryant and slams it down.
Oladipo pounced on the steal. Quick instincts on the defensive end.
There's a screen by Bryant.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Frustration seems to be mounting here. And
Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for Miami. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. A three-pointer is right on target.
Unbelievable athleticism. Morant's stop and start is elite.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. Here's Young. Makes that one fall. It's his 8th bucket in 15 shot attempts.
And so far, Young is making the defense look old. He is on fire to start this one.
Vanderbilt with the rebound.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Now Young. He's got 23. from outside off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Now here's Morant for three.
Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. The 76ers trail by 16. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
There's the pick. Young with the ball. Now defended by Adams.
And how about using that impressive vertical on defense? Morant has the ability to block shots when in position.
The Heat making a switch here. Clock at 6. Here's Mann. His three-pointers off the mark. It's tipped. The Heat leading by 16. Outside Porter. Inside. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Pass to Young. Puts it up from 12. The 76ers with another miss. To the left wing. Here's Herter. Miami no good on that time either. The 76ers trail by 16. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. No good from the wing. Oladipo with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. Herter, no good.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
To the paint. Nice D from Porter. And here's Miami. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. It's off to Boston for them after this game as they take on the Celtics. It's game one of a 3-game road trip.
One thing about Porter Jr. you talk about is consistency, and that is just not on the floor. It's about his health and availability to his team so he can show off the multi-talented game he does have.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
He just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
And he finishes nicely on the layup. 8 points for him.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Back to Herter. And there's the drive. It's deflected. Second chance effort. Adams' shot is off.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Pass to Mann. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Get ready for the Dirt Squad.
Teams changing it up here. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Muscala. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Muscala's got his first points of the game.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
To the inside. Markkanen. And he gets it to go.
And you know what? He's a great player to run the pick and roll with. I mean, he operates really well in that set, and all he needs is a little bit of daylight, and the young fella is golden.
Korkmaz, no good. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Heat. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Good evening, Kevin. Now, the NBA does get high marks for its diversity, but there is some frustration on that front. Look at head coaches and front office positions. All-star Karl Anthony Towns said, men of color deserve a chance to lead a team, run an organization, and make their mark. Not just with a jersey on, but with a suit on. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Way too easy for Collins. With ideal positioning, he's a real problem out there.
Here's Milton. It's good from long range. Milton's got his second basket of the night.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Get ready for the Dirt Squad.
The 76ers trail by 20.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
1:56 left to play here in the third.
Shake Milton.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
I'd like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And that's going to be too many steps. It's the whistle on the travel.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. They trail by 18. Outside Bryant. Back to Milton. Pass to Bryant. And finish off by Bryant.
Elite passes like that are so hard to defend. He never had to break his stride. So full speed, 2 points.
Morant surveying the D. Now Gibson. Here's Korkmaz.
That'll be a backcourt violation.
Watching the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Morant drives in. Porter outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Porter's got 11.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Driving to the basket. Bryant. And Adams sends it back. A nice shot by Young.
Well, if he's hitting shots from there, he becomes so much more dangerous.
It's Morant with the...
Oh!
Yes, sir.
You got to close off those avenues to Morant. Once he gets in one, he is focused on dropping the hammer. They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Pass to Collins. Driving in. And finish off by Collins.
I just feel like Collins is at his best when he's going at the defense.
Left side, Porter. And so it's Miami out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage. And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The 76ers trail by 17. Young for three. And they recover it. The kick out to Williams. Here's Korkmaz. Connects from three-point range. Korkmaz has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Morant. And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Well, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Porter. He can't get that one. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Back to Young. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Oubre.
Now into the lineup for the 76ers.
They set the pick
Markkanen.
to the middle. It's stolen by Muscala. Here's Collins. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. And the Heat lead by 16. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Heat?
Miami foul.
Defensively, they play with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Significant difference here has been the number of points off turnovers that they've gotten.
On the left block. The Heat leading by 16. Pass to Morant. Driving the lane. And finished off by Morant.
Oladipo playing a couple years at point guard in Orlando when he started his career, showing off his passing ability there.
From 7. And the rejection by Collins. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Young drives in. Collins with some nice D. And so here is Miami. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Heat on offense. They're rolling here with a 9-point run. Now a timeout called by Miami. And with the 2020 class, we saw your teammate, Tim Duncan, get inducted into basketball's Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I loved hearing some of the stories that other players and coaches and competitors had around going up against Tim. And the reverence, the respect, that they could never rattle him. It's so cool to hear those stories from the outside, having been a player so fortunate to be on the inside and understand what made him tick, what made him great, and just how special he was as a leader for so long for that Spurs organization.
Here's Mann.
Good contest as Herter's size really helping that time.
And a miss there off the inbound. And it's Oubre off the drive. And finished off by Oubre.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Ball. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Miami. Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Into the lineup.
The drive by Ball. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Ball.
There's a screen. Down low. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Oubre.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Spurs great Tim Duncan recently inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. And you played with him, Brent, for a handful of seasons. You won a couple rings. Any reflections?
Well, Tim was such a tremendous teammate and so welcoming to to every player that he came across that walked into a Spurs locker room with the inherent trust he had from Coach Popovich that they were going to invite players that were going to come in and be about the right things. I just remember my first time visiting San Antonio, signing as a free agent, and the first person that I saw in the summer in the gym by himself shooting bank shots on the practice floor was one Tim Duncan. What a leader and what an all-time great.
6 on the shot clock. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And last season, All-Stars, Greg, missing 19% of their available games. With the shortened off-seasons, are you concerned about the toll it takes?
You are, but this offseason maybe not as painfully short as the last one. And in these tough times, some sacrifices are made, no doubt. Health, perhaps, one of the biggest.
And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Good on the shot.
Such a good score on the inside, finding just a bit of space, and then Oladipo confident to knock that one in.
Here's Mann. That one off the back iron and out.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
To the inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Third personal
Robert
foul.
Covington picks one up.
Third team foul.
Brent is someone with on-court and front office experience. Just how valuable is a good relationship, do you think, between the players and a team's executive leadership?
Well, Kevin, I don't think it's much different than a good friendship. You know, take it away from the court and think about things in your life that impact you. It's somebody that shows that they care for you beyond what it is that you bring to the table. And that's the most important part about earning and trying to gain trust with the players that you bring into any program, is that you want to let them know that you care, and you want to let them know that you have interest in them as people first. And if you can get to that point, that foundation and platform to build out a player and to have him grow with the organization, that's a priceless relationship.
Trae Young.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Miami.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
Hold on.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ja Morant.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Oladipo hits them both.
The 2013 draft, Victor Oladipo out of Indiana becomes the second overall pick. And he broke out in his first season with the Pacers. Nice to see him come back from this injury and start to make an impact.
Right side, Porter. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Defensive foul.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
You love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And that is just a deflating error on his part.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Herter. In the corner, it's Oubre. Covington wide open. He fires. Sinks the three-pointer.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
And so Miami takes this one by